slightly mad here. This is Outlaws of the Old West, another early access title on Steam, just released yesterday, which is the 12th of March. This is basically another one of my starter guides, stroke, let's have a quick look at the game type videos. This is not for veteran players, but hopefully it'll show you some of the basic mechanics in the game. What I can say so far is this is one of the smoothest EA launches I've seen on the game. It plays well, it looks great, it's simple, yeah, maps huge, but it plays really, really well. Had a little bit of PvP last night and it's enjoyable. The first thing you'll notice about this game is it's actually got region-specific servers. That'll allay a lot of fears normal gamers have about people with high lag and high ping coming to your server in off hours and causing havoc. As you can see, there's Australian servers, Asian servers, US servers, EU servers, so that's a good start already. First thing you'll notice is there's two classes, farmer or carpenter. I can't give you the answer on what that is yet. I'd like to think a farmer harvests more stuff and the carpenter is cheaper at building, but that's just a complete guess. No one in the community knows that yet, so I'm going to go farmer. There's some starts to the game as well. You start off in like a coffin and some creepy vulture tries to get in and you kind of like punch it out the way. It's pretty cool. Alright, classic controls for a survival game. E pick up. You run around, you gather rocks. Gather those rocks, and you'll see the bushes here as well. Not those ones, sorry. These ones here. You can pick all that up for plant fibre. Alright, so showed you stone, there's wood on the floor as well. Alright, so you gather enough of this stuff. Top tip as well, these cactuses here, they provide, if you press I as your inventory, they provide fruit. You put it in your hotbar, that will give you hunger and thirst. Alright, so let's have a look at the top left of your screen. You've got your health, your energy, your thirst and your hunger. When you guys start getting hungry, you'll start going, oh, making noises like that. You want to eat, because otherwise you'll start losing health and wonder why. Your temperature's an important one to look at there. That drops really, really fast. The higher up you go into the hills, the quicker the temperature drops. Up in the hills, it looks a little bit like Canada. There's moose up there, sorry about the joke, and trees, etc. Down the bottom is the desert. Next to that, on the far right, is your level. It's a kind of an RPG element to this game. Press I, you'll see the skills here like health, energy, thirst, hunger. Accuracy increases your ranged combat. Combat increases your melee damage, and then you've got your health, and your energy, which is your sprinting ability, etc. Morality here, if you kill little baby animals and stuff, or players, your morality goes up. Alright, so let's familiarise ourselves with the controls. Control is obviously stand up, sit down. P is talk in game, spacebar jump, standard WASD, E collect, I inventory, and this here, if you hold down control and shift, oh hang on a minute, let's do it again. See that little skid? A little bit fiddly, but you know, that's how if someone's pointing the gun at you, you can slide into them with a spear and stab them in the face. Good utility skill there. I also don't think the sleepers in the game on the official servers as of this moment in time, so you can log off safely knowing that you're not going to get bombed. Don't quote me on that, but people didn't see my body yesterday when I logged off and asked people, so I think it's fairly safe to say that there's no sleep. Alright, so C opens your crafting menu. As you see, you can start off making a primitive axe and a pickaxe, and then you want the stone spear here as a weapon to defend yourself. The next thing you want to go for is a bow. A bow is incredibly good for fighting against animals. You'll see it requires 5 wood and 5 rope. Rope is made out of those plants that we picked up, so just spam right click on it until you've made a good amount of rope. As I said, this is a completely fresh start. I have got a current server with a clan, but showing you how easy it is to get set up in this game. This is cotton as well. Alright, the little white fluffy stuff. You're going to need that later on, so grab as much of that as you can while you're running around looking for a base. Alright, so if you press the M key, you can look at the map and it will tell you, bottom right hand corner, here is your X and Y coordinates. That's how you find your friends. If you look at the map as well, see these little grey things here I'm highlighting when I zoom in there? That's water sources. That's where you get your water from if you're not scoffing cactus fruit. And then this is the grid square you're in. Okay, it's an incredibly huge map, just let you know that. It takes a long time to find your mates, but that's good. What I'd also like to say about this game is it's not a grind. Most survival games are a grind, you know, it takes you hours to build a base. This one you can have a base up and running in, you know, less than an hour. You know, you're probably looking at a basic base with all the crafting stations. You can do it in an hour easily. That's good. You can get out, do action, run around yours, find players, follow. It's great. And if you noticed, I've just leveled as well. See where it says level at the top right on the far right. So I'll put the points here into accuracy just to help me out with. Alright, and we come to this lovely little rock here, which happens to be an iron node, which you'll need some of that for later on to make that tools, so grab that before you carry on. Over there's a horse, funny enough, because it looks like a horse, it is a horse. Well, let's see, you'll see the horse, it's your horse then. Top tip for horses, don't set them on follow when you jump off them. Tell them to stay where they are, because if you take them up into rocky outcrops and areas, they have a tendency to run off or suicide. Alright, so I've now got the bow crafting, I've got the arrow crafting. As you noticed, it takes, when you hover over it, 1 wood and 1 stone. That's why you want to run around, no matter where you are, just grabbing these little stones here for more ammo, because you will burn through that ammo when you're killing things. You need to kill a lot of things to get rawhide, because you need that for all your clothing, lassos and everything like that. Basically, spend your early days picking stones up, killing any animal that runs around and harvesting it. Okay, to operate the bow, simple right click to hold it down to cock it, and left button fires. If you look at the bottom right hand corner of the screen, it'll tell you how much ammo you've got left. Alright, let's try and kill this deer. You have to aim slightly higher. That one got away. Alright, this is a water source. See this little dot on the map? Literally hit the E key and you drink from the water source. There's also fish in there if you set fishing traps, etc. Alright, so I find a golden animal. It's a sheep. So you just run over, press E to loot him. Got some rawhide. Need 1 more rawhide now. Tell me. Oh yeah, aggressive animals. This is a badger here. They're aggressive. There's things like cats and stuff that are aggressive. Watch this. When they run at you, shoot them. They'll actually run away. It's called a mechanic. So stand in a fight most things if you can. Fluffy things drop pelts incidentally. Oh yeah, if you see little camps of guys wearing like cowboy gear, stay away from them. The bandit camps, they will shoot you and chase you. Okay, in the crafting menu, this is a log mallet. It takes 10 wood. This is how you build your buildings. Alright. Simply equip it in your toolbar like so. Hold right mouse click. For instance, you go into ladders, and then it shows you how to make doors, pillars, windows, etc. That goes back by clicking on the blank one. You've got foundations. Click on a foundation, or a wall. You just place it by left clicking. Real simple and easy crafting. It's nice. It's refreshing. Just can try and head to an area that's got slightly more livestock, because I need to put this tannery down and then get a little bit more leather to make a harness for a horse. The reason I'm doing it this way is you can by all means run along and scout to find out where you want to build. I did that last night on a server. I ran like 6-7 grid squares to find a good sneaky spot for a base, but another quick way is just going, building the tannery, getting your stuff and going straight for a horse, grab the horse, use the horse to scout. That's another way of doing it. As you can see, there's loads of livestock around here. We've got bison, we've got goats, we've got sheep that I've just killed, bears, etc. You want to stay away from the bears. And there's a horse, look, that's what we need. Alright, so we'll put the tannery down here. Simply drag drop into hotbar, dump it. Alright, it draws resources straight out of your inventory. You don't need to drag and drop, which is absolutely awesome. Let's talk about this while it's here. This is your respawn point. This is the sleeping bag. It's got 1 respawn. If you make a bed, it's got more respawns. But your basic respawn point is here. It built in a tannery. That's the reason why you build a tannery straight away. It just requires 5 rawhide from animals and plant fibre. Make that, drop it, press E on it, and you've got a respawn. All right. Like I said, don't worry about building these basics like a carpenter's bench, etc. because it's like 15 wood. It doesn't matter if somebody comes along and breaks it. Just dump it all down and put a little bed by it. You know, somewhere sneaky behind a rock, and then you're ready to go. Alright, the carpentry bench has been a bit awkward, so it might want a foundation to put it on. Last night I didn't have to put it on one, but today it's because of this elevation slightly. It's better to look for flat ground. We'll go for that crafting window again. So it's 4, get your mallet out. Right click, foundation, log foundation, click again. Alright, so let me do it. said, it's peanuts. It doesn't cost anything at all. So, you know, get the base down for your basic things, get crafted, and then get moving to find your real base. Well, as you can see, it's not highlighted anymore. That means it's placeable. When it's got that weird highlighting thing, it means you can't place it, right? And you use the mouse wheel to rotate it. Right? So that's down. Right, while we've built the carpentry bench, as you can see, it just requires the raw ore to make the better quality axe. Pickaxe. You want this early on, the metal spear, for defending yourself against other players if you're on a PvP server. It's a good tip, metal spear. Remember what I was saying about the beds earlier? This is your bunk bed, so that gives you more respawns than the sleeping bag, which is made in the tannery that gives you one spawn. Alright, I told you a bit of a poo-poo earlier. You need this here, which is the spinning wheel. Right, it's made of the basic craft wheels, pressing C, mixed up with the tannery, but if you look in there, there's a thing called a lasso out of 10 mils. That's what you need for a horsey. Right? And you can also make a bed in here which requires 5 canvas and 5 wool. We already got the wool from killing the sheep. Canvas is from picking the hemp stroke cannabis plants. So you can make a bed here, the crappy bed, but you can also make one in the tannery here, which is probably a little bit more expensive. If you want to make the canvas, it's literally the hemp from there, right click on this. Do not forget to drag and drop to your inventory when the stuff's crafted, because I'll forget that and run away and then go to get a horse and you're like, where's my stuff gone? It's still in the crafting table. As you can see, we're making a bed now. I'll just quickly show you how that operates. Now unfortunately bases don't show on your map, so what you've got to do is click the map to set a waypoint. Alright, that'll go when you log out, so take a screenshot using F12 of Steam and make it private so players can't scope out where it is, and then keep it to yourself. Or use the top tip of pen and paper. Now, beds can be destroyed by players, be aware of that. Right, so bed's down. If you look at the right hand side corner of the screen when I press A, set new spawn location, see that? It's there's a bear staring at me right now, and the question you're going to ask is, can a bear climb from foundations? Yes, it can. Alright, so you can't stand here and snipe it and expect to be safe. Don't try that one at home. Alright, so now armed with my horse taming equipment in my hotbar, I've got to go and find that horse and where it wandered off to. It might be a good idea to do that in daytime because it's getting dark now. Oh, is that it? There it is. Just get rid of that wolf first. Alright, so horse is in panic. Alright, it's kind of like an artillery strike. Hold the left mouse button down, chuck it. Press another button to reset it. And horse taming, you can't tame a horse and give it to a friend, you've got to do it yourself. Alright, now we get a mini game. We've got to stop the arrow on the red 3 times. Like that. You got yourself a horse. Mwah. Run over to the horse, press E. Shift is shift, of course. What you got to do with the mount is put food in its inventory, in the feed slot. Alright. It tells you its health, energy, thirst. You've got to water it as well. You've got troughs and things like that. You've got to fill up with buckets. If you noticed as well, your mount can level up, and you can also store items on the mount as well. It can carry stuff for you. And what you need to do as well, this here is a horse post. That's where you tether them. You use the lasso to tether them to the post, alright? So they don't run off. Players can attack these quite easily, so you want them in like a barn or something similar. And like I said, this is just a basic guide. It was showing you how to get a horse, how to go off and scout for your new base. Quick note as well, if you look at the tab below my character, that's the horse's vital stats. Mounted combat looks pretty cool as well, because you can fire a bow whilst on the back of the horse. But this is probably a good point to end the video now. Like I said, this was just a basic look at the basic mechanics of the game, how to get yourself a horse and how to get into the sunset and hopefully not get killed by wildlife while I'm finishing a video. I'm out of ammo now, but this is, like I said, really good game. Shows a lot of promise. Just wanted to show you the basic mechanics of the game and do a basic little guide if people are getting stuck. And like I said, you can ride off into the sunset now and found yourself your own little part of the new world. Take care and look out for new guides I might post in the future or PvP vids. Take care.